Welcome to Milestone Moments, the show where we explore the journeys that lead to success. I'm Sheila Slick, your host and founder of 5 Milestones. In every episode, we will bring you insights from the minds of entrepreneurs, leaders, and experts who will share not just their expertise, but the milestone moments that have reshaped their journeys and led to significant achievements. So if you're looking for motivation, you're in the right place. Subscribe now and discover the milestones that mark the path to success. Welcome to another episode of Milestone Moments in Business and Leadership. Today, my special guest is Steve DiGregorio. He is founder and CEO of Compass Asset Management Group, a boutique wealth management firm that serves affluent professionals, executives, and business owners. He is a seasoned financial analyst with over 35 years of consulting experience in the financial industry. As a fiduciary and investment manager, Stephen helps his clients grow, protect, and transfer their wealth tax efficiently while achieving their financial goals and aspirations. Welcome to the show, Stephen.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So, can you tell us that specific moment or that pivot that led you down this career path?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I was probably a couple of years already in the industry and already in a managerial role, and I kind of had a bit of an epiphany, if you would, and that is when I was really able to see where the advice and guidance that we deliver to clients had a life-changing moment for one of my clients. And in that moment, I realized that there was nothing so fulfilling as being able to help someone in their situation of need at the greatest and really make a difference in their lives.
So can you expand a little bit how you can make that difference in people's lives?
Most certainly. In most cases, people have goals and dreams that they'd like to achieve in their life. And the problem is they lack the roadmap on how to get there. And the guidance, they're not sure what professionals necessarily to turn to, or can they really even trust these professionals? So what we do is we help the client to achieve those goals by engaging and listening to them intently, understanding what their perspectives are, and helping them to outline or map out the future strategy of where they need to be in order to get there, and then develop the confidence in them to achieve that goal.
At what stage in life would it be best to start this planning?
Oh, sooner is better, for sure. A long journey, and we're talking retirement planning or business succession and what have you, many different goals, they take place over years. So the most powerful aspect of a retirement plan comes in the later years, when the value of compounding is the absolute greatest. So the sooner you start, the greater you hit, the sooner you reach that point where the compounding becomes influential.
So let's talk about accountability. Your website mentions that you help hold individuals and teams accountable. How does accountability play a crucial role in that client journey towards achieving their goals?
Well, we've heard the adage, the best laid plans, right, don't necessarily come to fruition unless you have that aspect of accountability. So, for example, many times we've run into a client that has had some kind of estate planning work or wealth planning work done before, but they haven't carried out all the steps necessary. For example, maybe they've hired an attorney to draft a trust document for themselves and their family, fully good intentions in doing so and mapping out their estate plan, but yet they've never taken the crucial step to re-register their accounts accordingly in order to fund the trust. Trust attorneys and trust and estates attorneys will tell you that is probably the biggest problem that they see with their clients, is that the execution of the trust and the re-registration of assets never happens. We step in that process. We work together with the client and the attorney to ensure that the client's objectives are being met in the development of the trust, and then the trust is funded through the re-registration of beneficiary status, account registrations, and so on, in order to ensure immediately that the client's objectives are met. And then as that circumstance changed for that client over years, that their trust or their financial plan is adjusted accordingly.
So you help them also like state to date, make sure everything is current.
Correct.
So many individuals struggle with financial planning. Can you share how implementing financial planning strategies can lead to significant positive impact in our lives?
Yeah, absolutely. Most people struggle with planning because, well, let's face it, we weren't taught these kinds of things in school, were we? We weren't taught about how to have a budget, how to run a business, how to plan for your future, or even what investments are all about. So we lack the understanding of these things by and large. Where we come in is we help the client to gain the understanding. On a fundamental basis, we take complicated topics about investment planning, tax planning, estate planning, and we make them digestible for the client. So the client really understands what it is and what they have to accomplish and what the benefit is going to be to them. And in this way, the more educated consumer can make a better decision. And so that way we guide the client to eventually hit their goals and dreams.
So you've been in business for over 35 years. You've had a successful career. What is your next milestone?
A number of years ago, we opened up Compass Asset Management Group 15 years ago now. And when I built this firm, it was with the idea of building something unique that is really authentic to the client's needs. And in doing so, we built a multidiscipline practice that does things in a way that is specifically for the benefit of the client and the client alone. We don't have any outside influences. Now that we've built Compass Asset Management Group and we've had such success, it's build it and then build it again. So what we're doing is we are now become a multi-state investment advisory firm. And our goal next step is multi-state, multi-location, continue to grow and continue to deliver exceptional white glove level of service to clients who need it the most.
So currently, who do you serve? In what states and what occupations? I see C-suite executives, business owners, professionals in the medical, science, and technology fields. I'll let you continue.
Yeah, that's definitely the top of the tier of who we really serve. So what do all these individuals have in common? They are busy professionals that are decision makers, that are focused on the things that they do in their life and don't have time, training, or experience into doing the things that will benefit them personally for themselves, their families, and their future generations. So we step in as the professionals to assist them in that area, taking that responsibility off their plate, and they can focus on doing what they do best while we handle all the rest. Our clients are special to us. We've never lost a client because a client hasn't been happy. We exceed expectations, and we continue to do that because we are always invested in the client's best interest. We can actually consider ourselves part of the family, if you would, of the client. And as part of the family, we want to make sure that what is being advised to them is always going to work. They're our closest partners.
And what states or what areas do you serve?
Well, we are able to work in all 50 states. We are headquartered in New York. We have another office that we opened recently in the Florida state. And now we have designs on having multiple locations in the state of Florida to serve the needs of our clients down here, and then expanding that throughout the Atlantic region before we move somewhat west.
Well, that's wonderful. So my last question before we wrap this up, we have many listeners that might be at different stages in their financial journeys. Can you offer one actionable advice that we can implement right away to start taking control of our finances and move towards achieving our financial goals?
Absolutely. Pick up the phone and call your investment professional. Whether it's an investment advisor, financial planner, or financial advisor, whatever it is, the goal of that meeting that you establish should be to get the strategy in place for where you want to be in the end. You should never not know what it's going to take to get there. It should be intimately familiar. you would know on a regular basis after the design and development of a financial plan or a forecast that'll help you to see your retirement goals and what it takes to get there. You'll know intimately where you are every step along the way. And you should have that plan reevaluated at least on an annualized basis. At Compass, we make it a practice to talk to our clients on a monthly basis. So we're having, whether it be a 15, 30-minute discussion or an hour discussion with our clients, they know about where they stand, what's happening in the markets, the impact on their portfolio, what the impact is on the plan that they have in place, retirement planning strategies, and maybe we're addressing some other questions or issues that have come up in the interim, like do I buy, refinance an automobile, a second home, vacation, all these financial questions that they have. We're at the crossroads for them because we're speaking to them so frequently, setting ourselves apart as being their advocate.
So can you share with our audience where they can find you?
You can find us on our website at compassamg.com. You can also find us on LinkedIn and Facebook, same thing, Compass Asset Management Group. And if you're living in the states of New York or Florida, we're close to you. We will meet with you on an in-person basis, but we can always have a Zoom meeting to be most efficient and considerate of your time.
Well, thank you so much for your time today.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you, Sheila.
And thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Milestone Moments in Business and Leadership.